Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Friday, the last day of the May 2025, the last day of the trading week, the last day of the month. So it's going to be really interesting today on the markets. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. I'm just warning you, it might be quite busy today. Let's have a look. So, Asian session, of course, plenty of the data. Building consensus from New Zealand down to -15. Data from Japan, basically a nice bag of the data. Retail sales up from 3.1 to 3.3, beating the expectation. Industrial production deteriorates lower than expected, -0.9 only. Data from Australia, retail sales -0.1, down from 0.3. Building approvals improving from -7.1 to -5.1, but way below the forecast. German retail sales way down than the expectations, down from 0.9 to -1.1. We are still waiting for the data from the Switzerland retail sales and coffee leading indicators. Then we got Spanish CPI, Turkey GDP, Turkey unemployment rate, Polish CPI scheduled for is at 10 o'clock, Italian CPI scheduled for is at 11 o'clock. Then we have the financial stability report from Turkey scheduled for is at 1 o'clock. And then we enter the US session. German CPI, this is where we start with German CPI scheduled for is at 2 o'clock. Market participants expect the CPI to decrease from 0.4 to 0.1. Brazilian GDP at 2 o'clock. At 2:30, we got the core PCE Index data from the US together with the good trade balance and personal spending. Then we have data from the Canada GDP of the Canada and annualized GDP from the Canada. Then we got Chicago PMI at 3:45 to 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, spot on, we got Michigan 1-year and 5-year inflation expectations, consumer climate. At 2:30, we got, at 7:30, of course, we got Atlanta Fed GDP now. At 6:20, we got FOMC member Bostic to give us speech. At 7 o'clock, we got US Baker Hughes oil recount and total recount. And that's about it. So, very busy day. Very busy Asian session, very busy London session, very busy US session. So, please stay focused, stay vigilant, as plenty of the things are going on today. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at charts. We'll start with euro dollar. So for our chart of the euro dollar is now a range in range, right? We got this movement yesterday towards the technical support at 1.1211. Then we got very nice bounce back above the trend line, very strong movement up towards the level of 1.1382. There is another technical resistance here, but as you can see, we got visible bearish pressure, and then a little bit of the pullback took place. Momentum bounces towards the level of 58 points, so very nice, strong rebound here. And right now we are still trading above 100 periods moving average, above the trend line as well. So for now, it looks like we are waiting for the data, so the trading will be data dependent. British pound. British pound is again moving lower, and this time it might look quite interesting as we deteriorate towards the level of 1.3414. Then we got the small bounce to the upside. Our impulsive wave cycle is still developing, so maybe that will be the beginning of the wave 5. These days we are below the level of the 1.3469, which is the technical support. Now it's still technical support because we got very nice rebound to the upside. Momentum is back towards the level of 49 points, so momentum is quite neutral right now on the British pound. Nevertheless, the outlook remains bullish. However, this movement to the downside in wave 4 might be a little bit too much for the correction. So if there is no breakout to the upside rather soon above this level here, the intraday technical resistance like 1.3509, then we might deteriorate lower, we might move lower basically. And any violation of the wave 1 high 1.3357 invalidates our impulsive cycle. So please stay focused, stay vigilant what is going on the British pound. US dollar versus the Japanese yen, brilliant rejection or after the test of the trend line from below, right? Rejection at the level of 146.11. We are now back below the trend line, below 100 periods moving average. We went down on the momentum as well from the extremely overbought conditions down towards the level of 45 points now. So the next target for the bulls, for the bears, obviously, because we move lower, is still this zone here, the zone located between the level of 142.40, 141.96, as we move lower towards this demand zone. So the rejection of the trend line is quite bearish for the moment for the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Let's take a look at the gold. The gold market is still inside of the yesterday trading range, roughly around $3,300, still below the upper trend line, still above the 100 periods moving average, hovering around the level of the 50. So I guess it will be data dependent trading for today. Please keep an eye on the weekly close and monthly close candles on gold. As well, if we go for the weekly close, there isn't much to look for, but it looks like this is very small candle and it's an inside bar on the weekly. So it looks like this is the main impulse, inside bar. Maybe the next week will be another impulse to the upside. And now let's take a look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 has broken above the level of 6,000, which means that we are trading above our range. So we are out of the range, above this level. So right now I guess we should update our charts. We are going to mark the yesterday high. Sorry, there you go. 5,992 as the technical resistance, and this will be our technical support, the level of 5,873. So market again is trading above the 100 periods moving average on a 4-hour time frame chart, and the bulls are trying to move higher. However, recently the momentum went down from the extremely overbought conditions towards the level of the 50 and stays there. On a weekly time frame chart of the S&P 500, okay, there is no weekly time frame chart of the S&P 500, so let me just get rid of this, and let's go to the Bitcoin. Bitcoin moved away from our range zone. So right now all of these green lines will act as the technical resistance. So let me just place this green line. Of course, this is the old demand supply zone. Now it's going to be the supply zone. So even the lowest level 106,429 is now the supply zone. We are below the short-term trend line. We are below the level of 50 now. The low was 32 points only. So bears are in charge of the market. We broke below the 100 periods moving average. The next target for the bears is located at $100,687. Very strong demand zone is located here. So please stay focused, stay vigilant, as the Bitcoin is moving a little bit lower than expected. It looks like this situation, our Bitcoin might be getting some kind of a corrective cycle. But if you take a look at this periods here, it's quite substantial. This period here is quite substantial. This one as well. And after the sideways trading is done, we got the spike to the upside, right? Sideways trading, spike to the upside. Sideways trading, spike to the upside. Sideways trading with a breakout to the downside, maybe potential spike to the upside is cooking right now on the Bitcoin. Short-term trend is up, long-term trend is up, mid-term trend is up on the Bitcoin. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye-bye.